today's video I'm going to talk about the new California stimulus check and cover things such as how much money can you get and how can California afford to do this. So the first requirement, pretty obvious, you have to live in California and be a California resident. So you can't just live in Indiana and try to claim it because it's just not going to work, unfortunately. This stimulus check is just for the people in California and not for the rest of the country. So the breakdown of who gets what is the people who file their taxes as single get $350 if they earn less than $75,000 per year, $250 if they earn between $75,000 and $125,000 per year, $200 if they earn between $125,000 and $250,000 per year, and nothing if you make more than $250,000 per year. So I guess California decided if you file taxes by yourself and you make $300,000 per year, you don't need the $200 stimulus check. So I guess that means Elon Musk probably won't get this stimulus check. And then next, if you file your taxes jointly, you get $700 if you earn less than $150,000 per year. You earn $500 if you earn in between $150,000 per year and $250,000 per year. And you get $400 if it's in between $250,000 and $500,000. So I'm sure you can tell they just kind of doubled the single to get to the joint. So that makes pretty common sense. And if you're smart, you're probably thinking, hey, at most that's $700, and all the articles say it's over $1,000. So what's up? And the answer is there's another qualification here. It's that if you have at least one dependent, you will get extra money. So like, let's say you have a kid that you take care of. So you get either $350, $250, or $200 based on how much money you make. So if you file jointly and you make, let's say, $100,000 per year, then you'll get the $700 plus the $350 for the dependent, thus brings you to the $1,050. And you should expect to get this through a direct deposit or a debit card in around October. And this whole stimulus package is expected to cost California about $17 billion. And it's supposed to go out to around 33 million people. So that's a lot of money. So how can they afford this? Quite simply, California is massive and they make a ton of money. So last year, California made about $3.3 trillion, which represents about 15% of the United States economy. And even more impressive, California would be ranked number 5 in largest countries by GDP, right behind the United States in number 1, China in number 2, Japan in number 3, and Germany in number 4. Then it's number 5, California, ahead of the United Kingdom, India, and France. So that might surprise some people. And the reason why California makes this much money is, one, that they have over 40 million people, which is by far the largest state. And then 2, they have the second highest earnings per person with about $85,000 per person. And their money comes from several things, but it's fairly diverse, with a large portion coming from finance/insurance and manufacturing, but they make a lot of money from essentially every category. If you made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing to my channel for daily videos about any and everything to do with money, and leave a like if you like the video. But back to the video. Since California makes so much money in GDP, they also bring in a lot of tax money. Last year, California brought in almost $300 billion in taxes. And the second highest is New York with around $100 billion. So they brought in roughly 3 times the amount of taxes of anybody else. And while California does have a ton of expenses, they only had plans to spend about $200 billion of this. So that left them with almost $100 billion surplus. So there's a lot of things they've done with this surplus. However, one major thing they've been trying to do for a while is figure out a way essentially just to give the money back out to the people. So finally they've settled on this up to $1,000 stimulus check that gets sent out as inflation relief to help out people with the roughly $6 gas in California and super high expenses everywhere else. So I personally think this is a pretty good way to spend their money, and I wish Kentucky would do it. But unfortunately, Kentucky only makes about $250 billion as their GDP, so that's about 8% of California's. So I don't think we're going to get any big stimulus checks back anytime soon. So this will only apply to people in California. So in recap, you'll be getting some amount of money back in a new stimulus check / inflation check thing. And here is a chart listing on how much money you'll get. And California is able to do this because they are the 5th largest economy in the world. And they had about a $100 billion surplus, so they decided to give out about $17 billion just back to the people. And now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. Boom. What's the only thing that grows in Oakland? The crime rate. So thanks for watching my video. Subscribe for more daily content on any and everything to do with money. Leave a like if you like the video, and leave a comment below if you have any comments on the video or any ideas for future videos. Bye.